Today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. We'll see Phillip Rivers and the Indianapolis Colts taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from Indianapolis. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes the Indy offense for their first drive of the game, and leading them out, their new quarterback for 2020, the longtime Charger, Phillip Rivers.
I don't know what it is, partner, but every time I watch Phillip Rivers play, I just have a big grin on my face because he plays the game with such joy. Loves being out there. Remember, he's part of that great 2004 class with Eli Manning and Ben Roethlisberger, two of them still in the league today. Now he's probably going to go over 60,000 passing yards and 400 touchdowns this season. The big question mark, how much does he have left in the tank? I think he's got plenty.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. So, from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Rivers. Finding Hilton on the slant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. And he was able to run free after the catch.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Again, it's Rivers. Caught left side by Hilton. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
A gain of
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
On second down, it's Hines. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 28. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Now it's Hines. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
2 yards.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? More than that, this guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rivers, he's going to go up top for the end zone. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0.
Colts 3, Packers nothing.
So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Leading the Packers offense out here, the same man who has been doing so since 2008. That's the great Aaron Rodgers.
A lot of people thought the Packers might struggle a bit in 2019, but that was not the case. 13 wins, a trip to the NFC Championship game, and they were led by their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, who led their team to a Super Bowl title after the 2010 season. And many thought that was the first of what would be many more. So precise with the football. 26 touchdown passes last year and just 4 interceptions. He knows how to get it downfield and still take care of it as well.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rodgers. Space to maneuver at the 40. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 22 yards there, a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 23 yards the pickup there.
Don't stop that motor.
And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Tyquan Lewis makes the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, he'll get this to Lazard. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
11 on the play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go.
It's a gain of...
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up fourth.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds. That does you no good.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st down, Hines. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Second and 11. From the gun, Rivers. And they finally get to him as he's taken down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Now that sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long. From the gun, Rivers. That's into the hands of Pascal. And down he'll go at the 25. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 right at the 30. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
A gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And his pass incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He hits his target, the tight end Lewis. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
A gain of 7.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
On 4th down, here's Green Bay's 3rd-year punter, J.K. Scott, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They begin the drive with Hines. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5 now. Rivers. Oh, he dropped it. Looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun. Rivers, and that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's the veteran Justin Houston who got in there to make the stop.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Second and 14. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Kenny Moore brought him
But they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me, anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
their own 15-yard line.
Indy set to go on offense once more. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones not having balls go through goalposts.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they'll start on the ground with Hines. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
In on the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's good for a Colt.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Kenny Clark in on
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And it's incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle, the Pro Bowl tight end, but now it's 3rd down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Rivers. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a 1st down. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
That was just a
40.
good example of taking what the defense gave him. No one open downfield, knew where his safety valve was, swung it out to him. He gets upfield and picks up the 1st down. Well done all the way around.
A couple of 1st downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Here's Hines. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
The ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Rivers. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And that sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long. From the gun, Rivers. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Think of where you permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, earn it. At the front of this line is where my...
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 20. And he'll throw right away. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On first down, it's Jones. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
At their 49-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Rodgers. And his throw here is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. And he's going to find his man out of the back. 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. The Colts are going to get him. There he goes. A man who has done this a lot, Justin Houston, in there to record the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Rodgers caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They run. It's Williams. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st. Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 33 yards, and the Packers have taken the lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And it is up.
His kick is
and it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 4.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches. 2-minute drill.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. A 1st down throw here for Rivers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers over the middle here. It's Hilton. 5 yards yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
13, T.Y. Hilton. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll throw again. Rivers. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Rivers now from the 50. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. This to Hines on the drop-off. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To the air again here, Rivers. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Rivers. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there.
It's now 3rd down.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We got an excellent first half from the former MVP, Mr. Aaron Rodgers. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Running on first down is Jones, but he's not going to get much, maybe a couple. And it's second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
A gain of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Call it a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
21-yard line.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Rivers
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
13.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Rivers to throw it. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
1st down, Rivers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 44-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This is Hines. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They run with Hines. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Second and 11 now. And they'll run on the inside handoff. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He's got Jack Doyle. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Rivers. Left side, Doyle with it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4.
That's the score. Packers 10, Colts 6.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 22. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams.
Rodgers pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Jones. And he spins through. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Grover Stewart, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded at about the 28. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Thirty-yard line, 2nd and 12. Now Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now that sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Rivers. As he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for Michael Pittman. Incomplete. Result.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
At their own 41-yard line.
Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense. Can't do that.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still first down.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Still 2nd down.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From midfield, here's Rodgers. But he hits his target, the tight end Lewis. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll look to throw right away. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 on a Parker touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Now Crosby for the point after. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially. So a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The Colts leading tackler in 2019, Anthony Walker, gets another one there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Packers on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A gain of 52. It's a big play for the Pack on 3rd. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Shotgun now for Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Working from the gun, Rodgers. That's complete right around the 8. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Rodgers teaming up with Lazard there for a Packer 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And that'll set them back 5.
Still 1st down.
So from the 2, now they move back to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal. And again, it's Rodgers. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers add on to their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And the lead is up to 18 now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. 6.
Mason
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own.
And the Colts getting ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Rivers now, the throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Rivers on 1st down. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
A 1st down throw here for Rivers. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To the air again here, Rivers. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask.
Defense.
The officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
It's I deserve that. It's time to learn it. Mess around and put that thing over your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
The ball carrier.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. Expected from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right?
after the false start. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Rivers. The rookie Michael Pittman, the intended receiver that time. And now it's 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Rivers. Will be intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
33, Aaron Jones.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Again, it's Jones. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
He's tackled.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. So possession goes over here on the punt.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
Now another drive coming for Phillip Rivers and the Colts. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10 right at the 30. He'll throw from the gun. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Rivers. He's got Jack Doyle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. 1st and 10. Rivers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
He was covered by...
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Rivers on 4th down. And it is incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Jamal Williams.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
44-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Rodgers running the option right. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Indy set to go on offense once more. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. On the delay, here's Hines. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Rivers. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now that sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. Able to connect, incomplete. And give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 23. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Danico Autry on the stop.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
36-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
The ball carrier.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
38-yard line.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everybody.